it really is dramatic. Concrete being a porous structure, the rock foundations that are very common around the area, we spray directly to the rock or we spray directly to the concrete. It gives you a moisture and a vapor barrier. It gives you an extremely good insulation value. We seal the air penetrations typical around the rim joist of every home, which is basically the equivalent of leaving your front and your back door open to your house year round.
Right.
We seal all that so your efficiency goes up dramatically. You no longer worry about the moisture coming in, and we seal out rodent and bug infestations or problems or infiltrations. It really is an extremely good use of this product.
The more you talk about it, I want to offer storage facility for your equipment. If you need a place to store them, I have a garage. You can just park it right there. And
I like it.
I never even thought about the rodents.
Yeah.
That would completely seal the envelope.
Yeah. The rodents don't like it. We of course probably can't say that they won't go through it, but for the most part, rodents and bugs can't stand the stuff. It's an inorganic material. It's not a food source. They just simply don't burrow through it. And closed cell spray foam is extremely difficult for them to burrow through.
Right.
So they just don't.
Let's talk a little bit about pre-planning and how important that is. Mm-hmm. Whether you're building new construction or whether you're in a retrofit situation where you're going to do the attics only, let's talk about things that may happen down the road. Okay. Someone comes in, you go out, you take a look at a project. Someone comes in 6 months after you're done, or 6 years after you're done, and they want to add a bathroom vent fan. Mm-hmm. Now there's not a hole through this product to get that vent fan outside. Or they want to change something as far as an electrical outlet. Mm-hmm. They need to snake a wire through that wall, and it's filled with spray foam. How do you get around that later down the road?
Well, the venting in the attic, closed cell spray foam is fairly easy to get through if with the right tools, and it's easy to make a hole through there, and then it's just a matter of sealing with any of the over the counter stuff that you can buy at Home Depot or any of the home improvement stores, the can foam that will do
as a repair.
Yeah, as a repair.
Okay.
To seal back around that pipe that you just added. In existing walls, if you want to run a new wire, that's one of the biggest benefits of using closed cell spray foam versus many other products. Typically, we only spray between 2 to 2.5 inches in the wall, so you still have a significant area to still fish a wire down a wall. And really, because it's so smooth and rigid, you're not going to have the hang-ups. It's going to be really, really quite easy.
So spraying this foam is 2.5 inches thick.
Mm-hmm.
If we put this into perspective, and we go back to the first thing we talked about on the program, is that 110-degree cup of coffee, okay? If you can pour 110-degree liquid in a styrofoam cup, and it's not even the same product, it's not as good, and you can grab the outside of that cup, and you feel a little warm, but you sure don't get scalded. And that's only, a 1/16 of an inch thick? And you're talking about something that's 2.5 inches thick?
Yeah, exactly.
And it's also not only going to bond on the walls and in the rafter cavities, it's not only going to bond to whatever's behind it. On the walls, it's going to bond to the boxing. If it's in the basement, it's going to bond to the concrete. If it's on the roof joists or roof rafters, it's going to bond to the roof sheeting. But it's also, am I wrong, it's also going to bond to the rafters themselves.
Absolutely.
And almost make that a unilateral, with
monolithic.
A monolithic. It's almost like a monolithic situation.
Absolutely, it is. It's actually you're kind of speaking to the structural integrity, the structural benefits of closed cell spray foam, and it is remarkable. It's actually the only FEMA approved insulation product on the market because they found in the big hurricanes some of the only homes that still had roofs intact were houses with their attics spray foam. It actually held the roofs on in hurricanes.
Makes it a ton more durable. Tell me about some of the different types of projects that you've done that are kind of interesting.
I do. Well, the residential projects are always really enjoyable for me, especially new construction, because we get to do the full envelope. And in doing that, we also seal every single other, source of air infiltration, exfiltration. It's really I know that when I leave, that house is as tight as it can be, and I offer an energy audit with a blower door test just to prove that. And
Sure.
really, we have the air changes so low that now we've got a situation where homes really truly do breathe through the HVAC system, and it's completely controllable.
Right.
Agricultural applications are some very, very good projects because I'm able to give a very controllable environment and allow guys to get out in their shops and work on their equipment or whatnot in the most extreme temperatures with very simple heating. And in the summer, they just simply don't need to cool it because I keep the heat of the sun from radiating into the building. I've been working in the oil and gas industry and spraying oil tanks and making that oil heatable so that they can transport it. It really is just such a versatile product.
It sounds like it has a million uses.
One of our things that we like to say is the uses of spray foam are only limited by the imagination.
Well, absolutely. I don't want to forget to do it, and we probably need to do it several times. Let's talk about briefly how you can be contacted. We'll start with a telephone number. Everyone go and grab a pen real quick, and we're going to give you the phone number to get a hold of Russ Faust if you're interested in the best installation available. Sunflower spray foam. What's the phone number?
785-393-5477.
785-393-5477. And then you also have a website.
Yep.
Do I have this
simple.
right? www.sunflowersprayfoam, all spelled out, .com. sunflowersprayfoam.com. And I'm assuming on that website there's a ton of more things than what we've talked about here today.
Many pictures, many case studies, many things to look at and consider.
And again, back to the money savings. You said you're seeing people save between 30 and 50% on their energy bills.
Yep, depending on what's in place now, yes, you can easily see those kind of numbers.
Well, and obviously if you have windows that are terrible, big gaping problems and cracks in the door, that the foam insulation's not going to solve that.
No, it isn't.
But it's certainly going to take care of 90% of the home, which is not glass openings and door openings. It's walls, ceilings, even the basement walls. Let's talk about a few other oddities, okay? I have gotten lots of emails this week about frozen pipes in crawl spaces. Do you see yourself, or have you in the past gone into crawl space homes and sealed that exterior rim joist and exterior concrete wall that occurs in a crawl space?